You have questions, we have answers. This is Jane Muller.
And this is Ken Muller. Welcome to our show, all about real estate with Ken and Jane. Today we have as our guests Donna Balsamides and Diane Hutchins, both with the Aldersgate Outreach Community Center. We're going to talk about all the great services that your outreach provides for the residents of New Jersey. Donna and Diane, big welcome to our show.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. So to start with, please give an overview of your organization, how long you've been around for, and what your mission is.
Okay. So we have been around since the mid-'70s. It was started by one of the members of the congregation of Aldersgate United Methodist Church. The pastor asked her to pick up some food or help some people that were in need, and she did that, and it started there. So she started out of her trunk, and she ran the pantry up until 2002. And when she was 80 years old, she said, I am done with this. Somebody needs to take over. And I talked to a couple of my friends, and we figured, couldn't be very hard because they were only having about 20 people per month. So I stepped in together with some other folks. We ran the pantry, and it started growing. We actually set up the pantry in a building that was adjacent to the church, and we kept that up. We then opened a thrift shop because we needed money to buy food, and that's where Donna came in a few years ago. So the thrift shop funds the pantry, and it kept growing. Then we hit COVID in 2020, and we're in a very small area within the garage of this house. And so we talked it over as a board and decided we needed to feed people because people would be out of work, out of food. So we simply put up canopies outdoors, and we moved outside on the sidewalk and on the driveway. We were there for 3 years, and we kept growing. Mm-hmm. So now we have grown. We moved into the lower level of the church. We've changed our model for our food pantry and somewhat with our thrift shop also. We are now serving somewhere between 80 and 100 families per week.
Wow.
And so it has become a quite a large organization for volunteers. We have no paid staff. Mm-hmm. We're all volunteers, and we draw from the East Brunswick community and from basically other counties and all over the state for volunteers.
Wow. And the 80 to 100 families you serve, are those residents anywhere? They could live anywhere in New Jersey. They're not limited just to the East Brunswick area or Central Jersey?
They can be from anywhere in the state. We are partners with Community Food Bank of New Jersey, which is based in Hillside, New Jersey. They serve approximately 1,000 pantries throughout North and Central New Jersey for state and federal programs and donated food programs from large vendors and large companies. So as part of that partnership, we have to follow most of their guidelines. Mm-hmm. We do have some stricter guidelines for the special programs that we run. But for the most part, anyone in the state of New Jersey can come to us when we're open, and they can get food as long as they meet our criteria of either low income per federal guidelines, mm-hmm. or receiving some form of government assistance such as SNAP or WIC or Medicaid, or disability from the federal government. So we don't discriminate. From anyone in the state can come to us.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay. And they come to pick up the food. They come to actually your center?
Yes.
Actually, on a weekly, they're entitled to come once. Those that are eligible are entitled to come once a week to,
yes.
to the food pantry and pick up the groceries they need for that week and then return the following week.
Definitely, because we thought about how often can they come. We know that a lot of food pantries are set up for a monthly distribution. Mm-hmm. We talked about it, and we decided that most people ate food every day.
Usually, I think that's...
So to tell them to come in, and there'd be no way that we could hand them 30 days worth of food
Yes.
Yeah.
or supplementary food, that we could not do that. So we made the decision to stay open on a weekly basis. So families can come on a weekly basis. We do have quite a number of families who do come on a weekly basis. We have others that will come intermittently. Some will come biweekly, some will come monthly. We also set up once a month. We actually set up a grocery store at Hall's Corner Senior Housing here in East Brunswick on Cranberry Road. We pack up the van with all sorts of whatever you would need for food, and we set up a whole grocery store in their community room so that they don't actually have to leave the building.
Oh, nice.
And they can pick up.
That's
I'm just thinking here, Diane, how do people register? Do they need to register with you? You just mentioned the criteria, but how is anybody can just come, fill in the form, or just come get the food, or they need to apply?
Yes, they need to register. The first time they come in, they should bring proof of their address,
okay.
proof of their identity, and if they have family members living in the household, proof of identity for those family members. For adults, it would be some type of government-issued ID, not necessarily a driver's license.
Right.
Could be a passport, but the primary person needs to have proof that they live where they say they live. And then if they have children, they need to bring in birth certificates. The reason why we require the identification is not because of the food, but because we have other programs that because of our other programs, we require certain identification. Our Christmas program for the children, our book pack program for the kids.
We're gonna talk about
those
those,
things
yeah.
we do require more information, and so as long as they come in, they bring their information, they fill out the information. If they don't have everything that first day, that's fine. As long as they have an ID that shows where they live and shows their information, then they can pick up that day and they can bring in the information as they get it.
And then the documents, the financial documents, they have to probably bring the tax return or something, or some statement from Medicaid or Social Security if they're disabled or only limited.
If they need to bring some type of identification, if they're saying that they get food stamps, or if they're saying they're getting Medicaid, they can just show us the card. We look at the information. We do not make copies of it. We do not keep it on file. We give it back to them because of privacy concerns. We do not. We do record that information. We are on an online system again with Community Food Bank. We're on an OASIS application where we record that information.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess the quantity of food is based on the family size, right? But there's some because you can, if you're a family of 6 or a family of 3, what they can pick up on a given week is will that vary based on the size or not?
We do not base our food on size because we don't make bags. And so, and they can come on a weekly basis. So we try to calculate the food that we have. It's all full choice. They get to pick their food, but we put numbers on the food, how many they can take of each item.
Okay.
For larger families, if we can get larger cuts of meat or larger cans of pasta or any larger volume, we keep that aside for the large families. But for the most part, everyone gets pretty much the same items. Some of them, if they're large families, may get larger sizes.
Okay.
It also depends on family. Sometimes even they have teenager. They eat a lot. I know my daughter and I eat a lot. So
Yeah.
so it really depends on how much they. Yeah.
And we generally have quite a number of different items. We have fresh fruit. We have canned items, obviously, and then we have displays of fresh fruits and vegetables that we get from either the grocery stores or Gia Marisi Farms in East Brunswick provides quite a bit of that.
That's amazing.
Of the fruits and vegetables
great.
that we get. We also get meats from both Community Food Bank and from Stop and Shop and from Aldi. We pick up from Aldi once a week. We pick up Stop and Shop 3 days a week. We pick up from the county food bank 4 days a week.
Oh.
So all week long, we're working toward making sure that we have sufficient volume so that when someone comes in, we are a full choice pantry, that they have a wide array of fruits and vegetables, meats, all sorts of different things. We pick up from Wawa. We get meals from Elijah's Promise delivers to us 300 to 400 meals per week that we can give
in New
out.
Brunswick, yeah.
The cooked meal. Wow.
They deliver to you guys.
They
wow,
deliver
I think
to us.
They haven't. Wow.
And they actually bring their food truck and park it in our parking lot on Tuesdays, and they give out meals to the families.
So it's about 80 to 100 people are coming to your
Almost
location
almost
a couple
3 days
times a week.
3 days. Yeah, we're open 3 days a week. So we have a lot of people that come in.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of families. That's
Yes,
it takes
it
a lot
is.
of food to keep that engine running every week, right?
Yes.
It's a lot of volunteers, a lot of
It
food,
does.
food.
We usually have, on open days, we probably have 15 to 20 people on site as volunteers, just to keep things running.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, that's a great thing. All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to continue right after these messages. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Okay, welcome back. We're joined with Donna and Diane from the Aldersgate Outreach Community Center. So, guys, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and do you have anything special planned for the families for Thanksgiving?
Oh, yes. We have a Thanksgiving feast for every Thanksgiving. We get, here again, Community Food Bank steps up. We received around 200 turkeys, chickens, and hams that we are providing to our families that are coming in. We also received 100 what they called holiday boxes, which we break down because we have different cultures who come to us for food, and not every culture eats the same thing for Thanksgiving.
Sure.
And so you can't take a holiday box that's set up for one particular culture and expect it to cover everybody. So what we do is we break it out, and then we add to it from donations. So right now we've been accepting Thanksgiving food donations, whether it's pasta or whether it's mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, applesauce, green beans. We had a great donation the other day of chicken broth. And turkey gravy, things like that. So those are items that we have out in addition to our regular food supply. We have those different items out so that the folks can have extra things for Thanksgiving.
That's great. Yeah, let's talk about the donations because the community outreach, I mean, it's great that Stop and Shop and some of the farms, they support you, but I guess you guys also are dependent upon the individual residents of the communities to help. I mean,
yes,
everything is important. So let's talk about how the donations work in terms of if somebody wants to drop off food supplies. What are first of all, where are you guys located for the listeners out there?
Yeah, really.
We should give the address, and then what are the hours for drop off of the food so we can make this happen?
So we are located in the lower level of Aldersgate United Methodist Church at 568 Riders Lane in East Brunswick. Food can be donated on the days that we're open, and the donations can be made sometime between 9:30 to about 12:30 on each of those 3 days. For East Brunswick residents, they also have the option. The Recreation and Parks Department, which is located on Dunham's Corner Road, has a shed dedicated to Aldersgate Outreach Community Center for people, for the households to drop off food 24 hours a day, and we pick up from that shed 3 days a week. So there are two options. Bring it to us directly, or if you want to make a donation, you feel like you need to make a donation at midnight, then go drop it off at the Recreation and Parks Department.
Okay.
You can also donate money.
Yeah, I was going to say, and do monetary donations work? Like we had somebody from the Franklin Food Bank that said, everything is appreciated, but monetary donations, they can actually take $20 and make it into $100 because the buying power, they get a preferential benefit from the retailers, or
Correct.
So
We can either get a retail benefit when we spend money, or it gives us the option that if we need to buy something special, okay, so like Friday, I'm picking up 25 more turkeys and 25 turkey breasts from Stop and Shop.
Okay,
so
great.
monetary donations that we would have received will go to make those purchases. So if we
Great.
run into, anytime that we run into something short, I can reach out to the grocery stores in the area and ask, if they can order stuff, foods for us, and they do that, and then by making donations, we can go and buy that.
Okay.
And you know what? This weekend, for all the listening out there, if you're on the road, go to the shopping, please just grab a few extras and donate to food pantry.
Yeah. And not just Thanksgiving, but donations are
Yeah,
appreciated
yearly.
all year round.
All year
we
round,
tend to
yes,
focus
because-
on it Thanksgiving, but really it's the whole
Christmas,
year. We do that
Christmas only a month away.
Is only a month
Yeah.
away, but then you have the
Right.
drier months of March and the summertime where things.
Yeah.
And now with the SNAP benefits, I guess being fully back, but there's still always a need for food. And this, I guess, it was even harder, more challenging during the budget, the government shutdown because SNAP
Yeah.
benefits were halted for a while. So unfortunately, a lot of families were hurting from that.
Yes, they do, definitely, and it was more, I believe, the uncertainty
Yes.
of the whole, whether or not the SNAP benefits. Maybe they thought, oh, we might be able to make it a week or so because they're going to come, and then turns around and maybe they're not going to come, and then they are faced with, children need food, adults need food. And so where are they going to turn?
Right. And that affected the supermarkets as well because they had to cut back due to they weren't getting the funding from SNAP either. But unfortunately now, from what I understand, they passed the budget and that's something that's protected in the future. So if the government shuts down, hopefully it never happens again.
Because I think that one thing that people don't always recognize is the economic impact of SNAP dollars. It is actually multiplied within the business community. So if I have $100 of SNAP money and I go out into the community and I spend that, the filter down effect multiplies beyond that $100. And I don't think a lot of times people even recognize the impact that it has. And to your point, if they didn't get the SNAP money, Stop and Shop, ShopRite, Walmart, Aldi, they're not going to get those purchases made. They're going to be sitting there with no money. So there's a lot of I guess, benefit beyond a person getting a SNAP benefit and being able to buy food because you have an economic benefit for the whole community.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we always have to take care of the people who need it.
Right, true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Donna, we didn't get to say hello yet. Sorry, we weren't purposely ignoring you, but
that's okay. It's all about us. About the food
bank, right? But let's talk about your role with the thrift store and how the thrift store helps supply the food bank. So,
everything that we sell in our thrift store goes to support the food pantry.
Okay.
We are opened 3 days a week. We're open the same days as the food pantry from Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 10 to 12. And then I have another day where I do donations, where donations can be given, which is Wednesdays from 10 to 12:30 and Saturdays from 12 to 1. And those are donations that the household items, the clothing, that type of thing. So I'm not sure if you're interested to know what I take.
Yeah, I was going to. That was my
absolutely.
question because we might want to drop some things. What do you take? Clothes,
okay,
obviously.
So we take clothing, very gently used items, and I always say, think about what you would buy if you went to a thrift store.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got to be gently used. We don't take large items. We don't take large electronics, large pieces of furniture. Really, not lamps or picture frames or pictures. I just don't have the space. It's not that I don't want. It's just we don't have the space. But it's just important to remember that we do have to then recycle these things. So, we really just want the things that are just gently used.
Yes.
But what's great about us as well at the thrift store is we're really getting into the sustainability aspect. So anything that we don't feel we can sell, we put it out for free for our neighbors, which is great. So it's less stuff going into the landfill, and people get to have, pick some other things out that might have just ended up in the garbage.
Yeah.
But so we're just, we have a very nice store, and we're always happy to see. We're open to the public. We're not just open for our neighbors. We're open to the public, so anyone can come shop.
And the proceeds you get from the sale of the goods go right
supports
to the food pantry.
Yeah.
So
it's a
good.
win-win. We're keeping things out the landfill, and we're supporting a food pantry.
So we can donate clothes and buy them back, and then
You certainly can, or you can go buy some other clothes.
Yeah,
I
right?
mean, I always say, come.
So you
shop.
take suits, shirts. How about
I don't
shoes,
really
sneakers,
take-
or
It's more the fact that nowadays people don't wear suits and
Suits and
stuff.
they're
So I really don't. I would.
but
People should donate them to Suits for Success or something.
Yeah.
But I do take all other types of clothing, shoes, sneakers. They have to be extremely gently used. And clothing. Usually I try to keep it seasonal for the time being because I don't have a lot of storage space. So, right now I'd be just taking sort of like winter clothing. So keep it seasonal if possible. But really, what is great for us is for donating is household items such as, dinner services, sheets, towels, blankets, pots and pans, cutlery. Those are the things that people need and we sell a lot of. Especially like saucepans and things like that kind of thing, pots and pans and things are like.
what about coffee mugs? We tend to get a lot.
I have a lot of coffee mugs.
That's because
I know, because everyone always has those odd coffee mugs they want to get rid of.
Yeah.
We do take those. Glasses, I'll only take them in sets
Glasses
of four because
'cause-
people usually want to buy a set.
Yeah.
Talk about your vintage and your
Um,
eBay.
Okay, well, we do have a little vintage area, and
Okay.
we do have an eBay store as well. And everything that's sold on the eBay store is what we feel like we wouldn't get that value in the store, so we'll put it out to a wider audience.
eBay, okay.
And everything from that also supports the food pantry. And that is, if you're on eBay, it's lowercase AOCC Thrift. That's the name of our store. And 100% of that goes to support the food pantry too. So.
You know what I'm going to ask all my sellers, because as you guys know, I represent all the sellers.
Yes.
A lot of my sellers have a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
So, and now I know. I said, hey, before you get rid of them, let me ask the ladies first,
Yeah, even
So-
winter jackets. You've encountered certain sellers that had winter jackets.
Yeah,
They donated,
yeah.
but now we have a good source to donate them to. Yeah,
Definitely.
especially this
and
time.
because we are, non-profit, so
Yes.
Yeah.
everything goes
Goes-
to support that food pantry. So it's really important because other places are not. You think you're giving it, but it's not. So we really, are truly
because all
volunteer.
volunteers, and
You
none
know,
of it
you know
goes
what
to.
I love?
That's
Like
what-
everybody's volunteer, no payroll.
That's the-
that's the big.
That means you're getting a dollar for dollar,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
even
More than a
or even
dollar.
more. If you're donating a dollar, you're getting like $5 worth of buying
Yeah.
power. So,
And
yeah.
not only that, you donate something like if you have to run it as an organization, as a profit one, or you say non-profit, but you still pay payroll, and that's a big chunk of the cost.
It is.
So this is you donate one jacket, and that jacket actually multiplied because go through so many volunteers' hand, and then buyer buy it, and every 100% go back to pantry. So that's really that's wonderful.
And we keep our prices very low. So because we want it to be
Because
affordable.
no overhead.
Right, and we keep it low because we want, our neighbors to be able to,
afford it.
get good clothing and whatever. And we don't want it going in the landfill. What's the point of
Right.
hanging on to it for, so
Yeah.
it's just, so like I said, prices are reasonable. I would say my prices are the best around. So if you want to come shop, please do. We'd be happy to
I have
see.
to talk to. I add one more item now at my listing presentation.
Yeah, that's a good way to
That's
get.
right,
That's a good
get
way to
back
tie
to-
the real estate in, where you empty. People always have to empty
Yes.
their house if they have lived there for 30 years and they have a lot of excess accumulation. But it's good to give it. I always believe in doing that. Even with my-
Crystal
I-
set and the good plates.
plates, as
Jane,
long as
do you
it's-
want it? I said, I don't.
We don't want
cook.
to. We only. We have a
no
very
time. The
simple.
The
We don't.
crystal,
I don't.
people don't buy the
They
crystal
don't-
anymore. No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like
No?
I tend to give that as a gift as
Yeah.
gift with purchase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
The
it's
plate and everything.
yeah,
the
dishes
cooking.
like that.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're almost out of time, but let's talk really quick about the seasonal programs you have in the last 2 minutes for the backpack and the Christmas program. I know it's not much time, but just to
That's
touch
okay.
upon that. Sorry.
But I do want to say
Yeah.
one other thing, and that is that Aldersgate United Methodist Church gives us our space for free.
Oh,
We do not pay. The only thing that we do is we sometimes make nominal payments for for the electricity or special improvements that we do. So that there's nothing. We're living there free.
Free, right.
So as
Which
far
is-
as our seasonal programs, we have a Christmas card program for children and for seniors. We have 657 children registered for our Christmas program this year, and approximately 150 seniors. They will be given a gift card for the Christmas holidays. So right now we're taking gift cards from Walmart or Target
Okay.
in the denominations of 5, 10, and 25 and 20.
Okay.
Okay, we're taking any type of monetary donations for those that program. We also have a backpack program in the fall. We provide backpacks to children who are 4 years old and older, and that are enrolled in either preschool or the regular school systems. So we look for school supplies in the summer to make up those bags, and we look for the book bags themselves. But
fall.
yeah, these are programs that we provide to the kids that come to us.
There's another thing, Jane, you can tell your sellers,
Yes.
get the backpacks. A lot of
That's
them have
right.
kids, they've been out of the house for 10, 20 years. They have backpacks probably accumulated in the basement or stores, so bring them in. Get
Some
to-
of them even
Yeah.
new, brand
Yeah.
new.
Good,
We like
good.
the new.
Yeah.
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 Well, we want to thank you guys for being our guests. We're out of time now. And once again, please give your location just for the listeners out there that may need your services or want to donate or drop off.
Okay, so we're located in the lower level of Aldersgate United Methodist Church, 568 Riders Lane, East Brunswick, New Jersey.
All right, guys. Donna, Diane, thank you so much for sharing.
you.
And thank you for all your hard work and volunteering for this worthwhile cause.
Okay, thank you.
See everyone next week. Take care.
Thank you. Please remember, pick up the cans and drop off. Thank you.